Alright, after years of MMO gaming, I owned multiple Razer Nagas, from the very first generation to the one I got here today. And for a time, I switched to the Corsair Scimitar mouse, and this thing was a nightmare. But I'm finally back to the mouse that started my MMO career and helped me out in my design career as a Razer Naga. And in this video, I'll tell you why this mouse still holds up for today, and how to unlock these 12 buttons for more than just your favorite MMO game, but to use it for design. And the free resources down in the description below to help you get started. All right, let's go. When I first made the switch to the Corsair Scimitar mouse, I wanted to give it a fair shot. And just by looking at it, yeah, I used it for many years. But right away, straight out of the box, I had so many issues. It was buggy software, macros not working properly, and eventually one of the keys just stopped working for me. Now, I never had that problem with none of my older Nagas. They just worked straight out of the box. And after too many headaches, I decided to finally switch back to the trusty old Razer Naga. Alright, now I'll admit, I was a little bit hesitant when I decided to go back to the Naga. For this newer generation, at least this version of it, not the V Pro, it's wireless, but it's powered by a single AA battery. And I found that weird because, I'm used to wireless mice that, it's wireless and you connect a cable to recharge it. And yeah, I was very hesitant because of that, because I don't want to be mid-game or in the middle of a design project on sudden a mouse dies, and instead of plugging, I gotta run around the house looking for a AA battery to put it back in this thing. To solve it, I picked up rechargeable USB Type-C batteries. So I always had one ready to swap in, and honestly, it hasn't been a problem yet. The first thing I noticed straight out of the box was how light it was, compared to my other Nagas I owned before. And I think that's because this version of the Naga doesn't have RGB and doesn't have that rechargeable components. This powers up by a single AA battery. That's why it feels so light. It's a nice feeling. It's more free, it's more nimble. One feature that makes this mouse more versatile is your connectivity option. You got two ways to connect with this mouse. You can connect with Bluetooth for battery life. You get around 400 hours on a single AA battery. Perfect if you're looking for endurance. The second way, it was a 2.4 GHz hyperspeed, which includes a dongle for the most stable low latency connection. Now, downside is it does cut down batteries around 250 hours, but it's a better choice for gaming and heavy duty work. And like I said earlier, I bought USB Type-C AA batteries, so I will never have an issue running this at a 2.4 GHz hyperspeed. Comfort. It's one of the most underrated parts in a mouse review, but if you think about it, this is something that's going to be on your hand for hours at a time. And the Naga has always been on the bigger side, and for this generation, that hasn't changed. If you have medium to large hands like myself, it's going to feel like glove. Like, it feels like home. It feels comfortable. I can spend hours on this thing and not have any issues in my hand whatsoever. Now, if you're on the smaller side, I could see how it might be maybe a little more difficult to press the buttons, but if you're somebody like me who has big hands, all day, baby. The side button mouse is angled just right, so your thumb naturally just rests there without straining it. Now, to be fair, the Corsair Scimitar has a feature where you can slide the whole side panel forwards and backwards to fit your hand. On paper, that's a smart idea. And if you need that adjustability, the Corsair Scimitar is your mouse for that. But here's my take. More moving parts means more points of failure. And in my case, my Scimitar mouse, that could be why one of my buttons stopped working. But with the Naga, as you can see, the button grid is fixed in place. There's no sliders, no adjustment, just one solid piece. That makes it feel more sturdier in the long term, and for me, it's been reliable. Here's another frustration I ran with my Scimitar mouse: the scroll wheel. This is actually a very well-known documented issue. Like, a lot of users have reported that over time, the wheels eventually stop responding properly and even reverse direction mid-scroll. And I had that exact problem with my mouse. I would scroll up with the scroll wheel and my page document would go down. I would scroll down or go up. And I cannot work with a mouse with a scroll wheel that's not working. And for me, that was a breaking point, because a bad scroll wheel makes the whole mouse feel unreliable. The Naga, on the other hand, never had that issue. With this version and my previous other version I had with the Naga, never had an issue with the scroll wheel. The wheel feels consistent and dependable, which makes a huge difference when you switch your weapons in the game or you zoom in and out in the Illustrator document. Speaking of the wheel, the Naga even gives you more control. You got two options: a free spin mode, perfect for flying through long documents, web pages, or video timelines, and a tactile mode where each step clicks into place for position scrolling, or great for weapon swapping in game, or again, zooming in an Illustrator document. And on top of that, you got side-clicked input, so you can macro that to whenever you want. So let's say you're in a timeline in Premiere Pro, you could macro this to go to the one side of the timeline or the other side of the timeline. Now let's talk about software. Because with the Naga, the Razer Synapse is where you can unlock the power of these 12 side buttons. Inside Synapse, you can remap any button to a key, shortcut, or function. You could record multi-step macros. You can save profile for gaming, design, or editing, and have them switch automatically when you open the app. You can adjust DPI, putting rates, and sensitivity. And for your border, you got deep pockets and you bought the RGB version, you can adjust the RGB to adjust any color you want, to adjust to match your office theme. If I had that version, I'd probably put like an orange color or something. But here's where I think the Naga is underrated: design and productivity. The first thing that goes through people's head is an MMO gaming mouse. It's just for gaming. But with 12 buttons on the side, it can completely change the way how you design. Let's start with Illustrator. I mapped out the most used tools with the 12 side buttons. So right now we're here in the Razer Synapse. I have multiple profiles. I have my default profile that shows number 1 through 12. Of course, that's when I'm playing World of Warcraft. Those are my keybinds. And I have another one that has, it's called Illustrator. And if you see right now, I have number 1 for V, so that's will be the selection tool. Then I got number 2 is A, so that's direct selection tool. Number 3 is the P, so pen tool. We had number 4, the eyedropper tool. We had number 5, that's the shape builder tool. Number 5 is the rectangle tool, and then number 6 is Shift M. That's the shape builder tool. So look at that. Instead of going to my keyboard and holding Shift and stretch my finger all the way to the other side to hit M, now with my Razer Naga, I just hit the 6 key and bam, I got my shape builder tool. And if you're a logo designer or any kind of designer, honestly, I use the shape builder tool a lot. So my God, that saved me so much time having to stretch my fingers down the keyboard and so forth. Number 7 is the Shift X. So that's swap the fill and stroke, and also have Control Shift E. That's oh my God, I forgot. That's the export for screens, I remember correctly. And I have number 9. That's ellipse tool. So let me show you how easy it is to go into the software and just make a keybind. So let's go with number 10, and you click over here where it says keyboard function, and let's do the zoom tool. So the zoom tool is Z, so just type Z, and you hit save. Boom, number 10 is now the zoom tool. We'll do another one. Let's go to number 11, go to keyboard function. But also, let me show you while I'm here, these are all the functions you could put. So you can make a mouse function, a sensitivity, you have macro. You have lots of options to customize the mouse for your workflow. So let's do keyboard function. And let's see, I got zoom. Let's do H for the hand tool. And let's do one more. Go to the keyboard function. Let's do T for the type tool. Boom. And there you go. You know how much time you're gonna save now. They have the most common tools that I use in Illustrator right on my mouse, right there, right at my thumb, and literally my thumb's reach. This is amazing. And it doesn't have to stop at Illustrator. Like in Photoshop, for example, you can use it for merge layers, brush size, duplicate layers, export. And in Premiere, you could use for your timeline, zoom in. You could do cut and paste. You can do a lot of that. I've been doing a lot of that in Premiere Pro. That's when it clicked with me. The Naga isn't just a gaming mouse. It's basically a little programmable command center in your hand. If you're creative, you can adapt this to the way you want to work. And honestly, this is a productivity mouse disguised as a gaming mouse. And for me, comparing the Synapse with the IQ software, man, it's so much reliable. You have no idea how many issues I have with the IQ software. I have uninstalled and reinstalled that piece of software so many times to get my mouse to work. I would literally turn my computer on, getting ready for a gaming session or a design session, and my side button just stopped working. I would go to the software, like all of a sudden, all of my my macros or my keybinds to my assignments would stop working. And I would spend like not hours, but like a good hour trying to figure out why my macros stop working. And most of the time I end up having to uninstall the software and reinstall it. To make this easy, I created a free shortcut sheet for Illustrator where it shows you exactly how to map out your 12 Naga buttons for tools, for commands, or even macros. You can download in the description below and start using it today. Whether you're gaming or designing, or in my case, I'm doing both, this mouse has way more potential than people give it credit for. So here's my take. The Corsair Scimitar had lots of potential, but the problem with the IQ software erasing my macros, the scroll wheel and buttons to stop working, it just became a no for me. But the Naga, after so many years, after every version that I've used, it's still the best MMO mouse you could buy for gaming. So if you're a gamer or designer, or both like myself, this is more than just making macros for World of Warcraft. All right, this could actually speed up your workflow in Illustrator, Photoshop, or whatever design software you're using. That's why I always come back to the Naga. If you find this helpful, hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment below how you set up your Razer Nagas. Is it for gaming or you're designing? Oh, and don't forget to grab that free resource down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.